anyone else notice there's no toilet paper? Why is this? What's going on? I mean, obviously we have a pandemic on our hands, so that's part of it. This novel coronavirus has got everyone with their shorts in knots. But those shorts aren't being browned, at least not by COVID-19. So what's going on? Why is all the toilet paper gone? Most of the time, you feel like the master of your environment. You control the temperature, the amount of light, how fast or how slow you get somewhere, what is available to eat, and who you interact with. But we live in a chaotic world, one that is often trying to kill us. The coronavirus is just the latest soldier to enlist in a centuries-long fight with disease. HIV has killed 36 million and there is still no vaccine. In 1918, the Spanish flu is estimated to have wiped out 10% of the world's population at the time, about 50 to 100 million people. In the 14th century, more than 200 million people died from the bubonic plague, and it is estimated that smallpox killed as many as 300 million in the 20th century alone. The animal that has killed more humans than any other? It's not lions, it's not tigers, it's not the people that own tigers. It's mosquitoes, because of the diseases they carry. Even when we're fighting each other, disease is the biggest killer. During the Napoleonic Wars, 8 times as many British soldiers died from disease than from battle wounds. And during the Civil War, it is estimated that 2/3 of the more than 500,000 deaths were from disease. All of this history is a reminder we may feel like we're in control, but we really aren't. With that realization comes a very natural response. In an interview with Detroit Today, consumer behavior researcher Kit Yarrow says,
anxiety in general fuels action. So when we feel anxious, like think about anything you might feel anxious about. What do you typically try to do? You try to get control. Control is the antidote to anxiety. Anxiety, just makes us want to take some sort of action. And I think that's a lot of what we're seeing here. And so what can we do? Well, we can shop. So I think a lot of the shopping behavior is this sense of kind of preparation and feeling like you're doing something. You're doing something. You're making things better. You're in control, and that calms the anxiety.
The feeling of, I don't know what to do, but I've got to do something, has led to the mass stockpiling of water, canned food, air filters, masks, and toilet paper. Our old friend loo roll may seem like an unusual stockpiling item, especially since COVID-19 doesn't cause you to use any more than usual. But it might be the sheer volume of toilet paper that makes it a ripe target for stockpiling. Kit Yarrow again.
An empty shelf where toilet paper used to be is a pretty vivid thing to look at. It really looks empty. It looks a lot emptier than a shelf that just got, all the tuna fish deleted from it. That's a little bit of empty space, but toilet paper, that's a lot of empty space.
When all of the cans are gone, half a shelf is empty. When all of the toilet paper is gone, an entire aisle is empty. It looks way more extreme. Of course, people's irrationality and short-sightedness has begun a feedback loop. And suddenly, the apparent shortage of toilet paper has led to people buying more and more. This is aided by viral pictures on Facebook and Reddit of people buying cartfuls of the stuff. There isn't really a shortage of toilet paper, though. For items that have a normally low demand and that don't spoil, shipments to stores are less frequent. For something like meat or milk, you may see new arrivals every day. But for non-perishables, those shipments may only occur once a week. So don't worry, the toilet paper will come. It's probably already on its way. This natural, irrational response to a crisis is an interesting case study for how humans handle a loss of control. There are many ways we cope with such feelings, and not all of them are good. Some are downright dangerous. There are those who refuse to take the threat seriously. Those that lie to the public about what they know, and those who undermine medical experts. And then there are grifters and con men who have been taking advantage of the ill-informed and vulnerable in order to make a quick buck or to boost their brand. This is the other side of the crisis, the side that keeps us from effectively flattening the curve and saving lives. It is proof, in a way, that we are in control of the world, that there is always room to make things worse. When we fight an enemy, we inevitably end up fighting ourselves too. After all, the second most deadly animal to humans is humans. We have the power to do incredible things, including eradicating disease, but it takes all of us working together to accomplish something like that. Every crisis is amplified by our response to it. The coronavirus has heightened our awareness of how connected we are. For the first time, many of us are thinking about the number of lives we touch every single day, and how the ripple effect of those interactions can be dangerous. Now more than ever, you should be aware of the power you have, the power to make your world a little safer. Before, when we have needed to coordinate en masse, we have failed to see our impact. Recycling feels insignificant, voting feels like a wash, and no matter how much we promote it, no one is listening to our podcast. But now, you cannot deny the impact we have on others. And the cliche is true. We are all connected, and the only way we will survive is together.